More news, rumors and opinions Tuesday p.m. the 9th of July 2024. Listen to the full version on the official dinarreport.com website and become our supporter on Patreon. KTFA, Claire. Iraq is the 5th largest economy in the Arab world and the 52nd largest economy in the world. The 8th of July 2024, the American magazine, CO World, reported on Monday that Iraq ranked 5th in the Arab world and 52nd globally as the largest economy in the world in 2024. According to the American magazine, despite growing concerns about rising prices, the United States has maintained its position as the largest economy in the world, with an impressive GDP of $28.78 trillion. China follows with a massive GDP of $18.54 trillion, while Germany, meanwhile, has cemented its position as Europe's economic leader with a GDP of $4.59 trillion. Building on its manufacturing expertise and strong exports while overcoming additional challenges from energy supply issues related to the conflict between Russia and Ukraine. The magazine showed that Japan ranks 4th with a GDP of $4.11 trillion, while India ranks 5th as one of the fastest-growing economies with a GDP of $3.94 trillion. While Iraq ranked 52nd globally in terms of growth with a GDP of $265.894 million for the current year, the GDP for 2025 was estimated at $278.811 million. In 2026 at $292.147 million, in 2027 at $307.465 million, in 2028 at $325.197 million, and finally in 2029 at $345.074 million. The magazine indicated that Iraq ranks 5th in the Arab world after Saudi Arabia, the Emirates, Egypt and Algeria. Claire. The dollar's flight does not threaten the dinar. Al-Sudani's advisor dispels fears. The dollar system is a thing of the past. The 8th of July 2024, the financial and economic advisor to the Iraqi Prime Minister, Mazar Mohammed Saleh, commented on Monday on the return of the rise in the exchange rate of the US dollar against the Iraqi dinar in local markets. Saleh explained to Shafaq news agency, the fixed exchange rate system in Iraq is based on an international reserves base that is the highest in the history of Iraq and its monetary policy. As foreign currency covers more than 100% of the total currency currently issued. He added that, given the strength of the official central exchange market, the exchange rate of the dollar to the dinar in the parallel market today in the country does not constitute any relative importance in influencing the stability of the general price level, which has become stable in its components and trends due to the influence of the official exchange rate factor currently dominating the financing of foreign trade, imports, amounting to 1320 dinars per dollar, which is a stable trend for the exchange rate and around which the stable external value of the dinar revolves, which is embodied by the state of stability of the relative prices of goods and services to a large extent, as the annual inflation in the country does not exceed 3%. According to Saleh, based on the above, and in light of the strength of the foreign reserves supporting the Iraqi dinar, the value of which as liquid foreign assets exceeds $100 billion. The official exchange market, as a general trend, will remain dominant in containing any colored noise or ambiguous information that affects the parallel exchange market in short periods due to urgent international or regional political events here and there or in adapting some instructions regulating the monetary market. Al-Sudani's financial advisor said that after the decline of the dollarization phenomenon in domestic transactions, especially in contracts, obligations and payments inside the country since last year and its legal prohibition, the parallel exchange market has become such that its general effects today only form a narrow economic scope of prohibited transactions practiced by informal markets and at a rate of 10% of the total supply and demand transactions for the currency. The financial advisor concluded his speech by pointing out that the secondary, irregular, market, due to the freedom of external transfer. Saleh stressed that the stability of the exchange rate of the dinar to the dollar that the country is witnessing, even in the secondary markets above, is a real and solid stability. Rather, it is derived from the strength of the impact of the price and quantity factors of the monetary and financial policies and their integration in imposing overall price stability in the country. Is under the influence of the official exchange market rate, whose operations are constantly expanding in favor of dealing at the fixed official exchange rate. is under the influence of the official exchange market rate, whose operations are constantly expanding in favor of dealing at the fixed official exchange rate. Is under the influence of the official exchange market rate, whose operations are constantly expanding in favor of dealing at the fixed official exchange rate. Is under the influence of the official exchange market rate, whose operations are constantly expanding in favor of dealing at the fixed official exchange rate. And containing the inflationary expectations that were caused by the forces of the parallel exchange market during the past years. Is under the influence of the official exchange market rate, whose operations are constantly expanding in favor of dealing at the fixed official exchange rate. Is under the influence of the official exchange market rate, whose operations are constantly expanding in favor of dealing at the fixed official exchange rate. Listen to the full version on the official dinarreport.com website and become our supporter on Patreon. Source: Red State.